Friday night driving home, y'all are going to pick Shedeur, I would say that's not happening. But we had a conversation early that morning, and then we had a conversation later that day. I think we had the right people involved in the conversation. At the end of the day, that's Andrew Berry's call. Andrew made the call to pick Shedeur. Just like who's going to start or what play we're going to call is Kevin's call. But that's Andrew's call. He made the call.
I told him don't come.
And why did you say that?
Because, I mean, like I look at it at my own point of view. Like, I don't want him coming to see me right now because I want to get to where I want to go then for him to see me. I don't want him to come and see me, get a couple reps and, he's cheering like a good dad. Like, nah, you can't be proud of me right now. I got to get to where I'm going, and I know it's a lot I got to do to get there. So it's kind of like I just want everything that I'm doing is just like focus on this time, and I don't want no distractions because we know how the media, we know how everybody will take it and take away from the team just from him being my own dad showing up. So, it's a gift and a curse at the same time.
All right, man. Good morning, y'all. I don't know what time y'all see this video, but apparently the Browns have named Shedeur Sanders QB4, and they also brought in Tyler Huntley. I can't believe he's still out there. I know he didn't have the best year in Miami, but he was really good backup in Baltimore because Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel injured, and Shedeur kind of got shoulder soreness. We talked about how the owner, I think it's Jimmy Haslam, came out and said that he didn't want Shedeur Sanders. Pretty much what he said. And now Shedeur is QB number 4, even though he's been outperforming Dylan Gabriel and Kenny Pickett has been hurt. And for the most part, I think looking at the collusion case, I think it's no mystery that, I think Kaepernick, proved us right. I think we're going into to the NBA. I forget the brother's name, his new name or his changed name, but Chris Mills. That proved it. Craig Hodges for the Bulls proved it. It proved it. It proved it, and they collude against certain people who don't go with the program. You notice when these dudes do all this buffooning and raccooning, it ain't no shut up or tone it down. But for the Shedeur Sanders, I think, I don't think he's going to have much of an NFL career. I don't think there's anything that he possibly could have done after what his father did. And his father felt like he could sit at the table with Brad and Becky. He really thought so. And what he don't understand, he did all that buffooning and raccooning throughout his career, and yes, he did. I did the short where he said he had no problem with Riley Cooper. I'm paraphrasing, saying the N-word. Everybody should be able to say it. So he has a long history of raccooning, okay? That's just what it is. And he thought since he kissed Brad's ass, right, he thought that he could circumvent his son through the draft like John Elway Sr., and John Elway, and like Archie Manning and Eli Manning. Even though he's a way higher prominent, person than both of those, historically in probably every facet of fucking life. One thing Adonis told me, y'all gotta subscribe to his channel, Modern Bruce. He told me this shit a while ago, right? He told me that the poorest white person wouldn't trade their white privilege in for the wealthiest wealth of a black person, for a black person's wealth. And that spoke volumes to me. That spoke volumes. That truly spoke volumes to me, man. And Deion thought he could sit at the table, and he thought he could chuck and jive with him because he had a gold jacket and he's done this many things. He's not. And what he did was destroy his son's career. That's what he done. That's why his son don't want him at camp. It ain't that he ain't getting no reps and none of that shit. Man, you fucked me over. You know what I'm saying? But then again, his father being there got him there. His father being there got him there. So without his father, he ain't there regardless. At the end of the day, we all make mistakes. I know it's for him and his father had them conversations behind the scenes. We know, I know it. But my telling tale was when his mentor, Tom Brady, and the Raiders didn't pick him. That should tell you, in through 5 or 6 rounds, they didn't pick him. That lets you know right then and there, he may not have an NFL career. And you can look throughout the history of the NFL. Look up a quarterback called Tim Boyle. He was the backup for the Lions, the Packers. Like, dude can't play a lick. He can't play a lick. He couldn't play in college. Couldn't play D1. Couldn't play at Washington State. He couldn't play a lick. But he has an opportunity in the league. Guys like Chase Daniels. I mean, you see so many guys that hang around the National Football League, and we know what color they is, and they hang around. They hang around the National Football League and can't play a lick. It's the good old boy club. But they tell a lot of black quarterbacks, especially if you got a little bit of athleticism, they tell a lot of black quarterbacks, hey, you got to play with Toe Hides Ward. You got to play receiver Charlie Ward. Hey, you can't get into the league. We ain't drafted you first round, ninja. Brad Smith, you got to go play receiver. They try to do that to Lamar Jackson. You got to go play receiver. Tim Tebow got a full chance to play quarterback. And some of them quarterbacks in the NFL level probably was just as good as better than Tim Tebow playing quarterback. So, like I said, the NFL, I know y'all don't believe it, but it's a lot. And in sports, it's more politics and politics than anyway. The greatest basketball player could be a guy we've never seen or never got an opportunity because most of this shit is rigged. It ain't, if you don't conform to what they say and what they believe, they will stop your whole career. They will have a referee stop your whole career. They'll have a team bench you. They'll ostracize you out the league, make you go play overseas, make you go to another avenue. And I think Shedeur Sanders is headed down that road. Now, at the end of the day, he going to have to perform in preseason. On Friday, he can't afford to have shoulder soreness. He can't afford to have shoulder soreness. He just going to be like Kaepernick holding open workouts and shit. Guarantee you, he going to be just like Colin Kaepernick holding open workouts. I promise you, he going to be just like Colin Kaepernick holding open workouts. That's some high school thing. If he don't ball out in this preseason where they can make it undeniable, but actuality, they probably really wanted to go undrafted. And that's what they do. They take one of the strongest slaves and they break him in front of everybody. And that's what they're doing to him. They throw all these lies out about him, these exaggerations about the meeting. None of them shits is lies. But until black people galvanize and come together, ain't nothing gonna change, man. A lot of people are very comfortable in their role in America. I don't say that, they're comfortable. They're comfortable under the oppression. They're comfortable not receiving the reparations for what they've done in this country. Like, they're comfortable. Everybody just like, most black people like, let's just call it even and let's live happily ever after. But it's not that. The playing field is not going to be even. Even if we wipe out everything they did and they gave us an even playing field, we would kill it. But they know they can't allow that to happen. And the thing is, people say, oh, he rich already. That ain't the point. That ain't the point. A lot of people just kill me. When they look at certain people and say, well, he got money already. And yeah, I get it. Yeah, but goddamn. He got one life to live. He deserves an opportunity to play in the league. He ain't hurt nobody. It's people in the league that didn't put hands on a hoe. That done done way worse. The Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback back in the day took the vagina. And still got an opportunity to play. It's been guys that send people to the upper room in this league and still got opportunity to play. Get out of this mindset where he rich, he'll be okay. Like, no, everybody deserves an opportunity. So it's up to him. He gotta shine. Man, he better shoot that shoulder up with something and he gotta shine. But one thing in the NFL, they gonna take care of their own. I remember with somebody, you can find this quote. I forgot who said it. It was, I think it might have been a particular, somebody in the NFL said, you know, if we allow black people to play quarterback, what else do we have? What else do we have left in the NFL? And that's the mindset. Now black people to go quarterback. You know, now you know if they be the they be the if they are the what you call it if they start getting front office opportunities and then they got start getting ownership. That's what they don't want. But black people can't hold the line long enough, so it don't even matter. You know, the best thing they could do is kick us out this country and be like, hey, y'all go back over there. Y'all go find your own shit. That's the best thing that can happen. I feel like. That's the best thing that can happen. We would have no other choice but to build an infrastructure and to build a society or destroy ourselves. But in America, running in place and all we doing is, you know, gradually sliding backwards. I mean, I think it's a facade. It's just truly a facade. But a lot of y'all comfortable what's going on until somebody get popped or the police go up somebody's head. But nonetheless, daddy got him in this situation. But also his daddy got him to this point, listening to his father. But you lose a lot of respect for the NFL. And you know, some guys on I seen it on X going around, you know, talking about, you know, Kobe going to the upper room and why it really happened. And like I said, it don't surprise me. It does not surprise me, man. You know, everybody asks, you know, everybody feel bad for them people, and I'm gonna, you know, y'all know what I'm saying. They feel bad for particular people that run sports and, you know, music, and they feel bad. But you know, my question is, you know, I think y'all starting to see why that man over there had an issue with him. I think y'all starting to see why. That's all I'm gonna say. I think we've been saw why. You know, they like that evil villain that just laugh. Real silly, goofy evil villain. Like you really like, damn, you know what? If he wasn't evil, the motherfucker be okay. But for the most part, Deion made his own bed. Deion made that boy it. But if he survived this, he gonna have one hell of a career. They may not let him win a Super Bowl, but he, you know, he may have one hell of a career. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the link in the description, the link tree, find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Amazon, Kick, Twitch, the whole nine. Appreciate the love, support, peace.